it was taken off there, but underneath the surface, they cut it off. They just cut off the video, so I had to go and start it up again. That's just exactly what happened there. But underneath the surface there is an animal. They don't have a human soul, and they aren't like us. So just the fact that they are looking like us does not mean they're us. They're very, very different. They are an animal. They are no different from a cow or a pig or any other animal or reptile that you know of. The fact that they look like us, they're not us at all. We saw that when I was being denied water and food starting in May. They were actually saying to me on the street, you deserve to be lying there thirsty and without food or any clothing. And it's gotten worse since then. Since the Lucki pronouncement on that visual, I have been starved to death actually repeatedly. I have been assaulted more. Today was the 15th or 16th assault. Today was, and we have to let the President of the United States know this. This video is important because it's talking about the enemy. I've been assaulted, Mr. President. Today was, I believe, the 15th time. Today was the 34th time I've been handcuffed. I was almost thrown in jail and charged again today. So that would have been close to now the 15th false charge. These people are violent, and they're not us. And the woman who yelled down at me and said, you deserve to be lying there, the person who just assaulted me last weekend because he threw a pop can at me and I threw it back, so I was assaulted because of that. I have been assaulted, Mr. President, now 14, 15 times just in the last year and a half. And before that, I'd never been assaulted in my life. These people, the reason why they do fuck dogs is basically they are an animal. So to them, another dog that gives them sexual pleasure makes perfect sense to a reptilian brain animal. They don't think the same way we do. They don't have advanced cerebral cortexes. They don't have cognitive skills, reasoning skills like we do. That is also the reason why they have sex with their children. They just are that type of animal that is affectionate that way with their children. They're not human, remember. They don't look at this the same way you and I look at this. To them, having sex with a dog is perfectly normal. To them, getting me entrapped in having sex with a dog could be used against me, but is also a blasphemy directly at Jesus Christ, and it's also a way of blackmailing me. Unfortunately for them, but fortunately for me, I wasn't into dog sex, and Jesus Christ, I guess, kind of helped me along that road to not make me tempted by it or be fooled by it or tricked by it. So it didn't work. That's gone out. So now we're dealing with so much criminal activity that these people are in jail for the rest of their lives, guaranteed. The other thing we don't want to lose here is there's the whole Christ component here and the ridiculousness of the situation, in that I still have not had any help. Since December the 24th, people have sat around and watched me without food, me without clothing, with my winter coat stolen, with my shoes stolen, and done nothing to help. It's been the 5th week now since the ID was stolen, the watch, and the asthma inhaler, and no one has helped. No one. That has to be noted here, that despite having a problem struggling to breathe, and noticeably on some occasions, no one has helped me. No one has helped me. No one has come forward and said, here's an asthma inhaler so that you can breathe more better, more comfortably. Or that's so that you can breathe without struggling. I don't know. I am being tortured and terrorized by a bunch of machines and animals that are not human. The cop I saw today was ready to just fucking go out of control. Something triggered him and he was almost there. And I want it clearly known that they knew this. They knew that these animals were out of control. I want it known that they knew that the people, Stephen Harper, Jody Wilson-Raybould, Bob Paulson, Brenda Lucki, they all knew the nature of these animals. They knew that they were animals. They knew that they were violent. They were programmed that way and reared that way. And they knew that they hated humans. So they knew that throwing me in here was automatically a risk to my health, a risk to my life. And that was part of the fun, was watching me in a Roman Colosseum fight off these lions. It's an exact metaphor for this. They all knew this. They watched this and laughed at this, and they knew or hoped that by triggering me so much, but it's been delayed so much, they hoped that I would have a violent encounter with one of these cops and be murdered by them. Or I'd have an asthma attack and not have anything. Now we're on to the latest thing, is deny him his ability to breathe. You know, this is a match. This is playing with fire. It's all going to happen sooner or later. Justin Trudeau still is causing immense suffering. He still has not addressed me, my letter, my pleas, and I suffer here directly because of his indecisiveness and his silence. It's just such a bad situation. It's just so bad. And no one is helping me. And I'm trapped. I've tried. The big joke is, oh, you have your freedom. A train rail was diverted one night. A pipeline road was blocked one night. And all the boats in Horseshoe Bay were unavailable one day. So 3 times I've tried to escape, at least minimum, and they've all been blocked by the RCMP. I am almost being murdered by them to the point where, yeah, it isn't very much time left. But we have to not forget that these 4 bastards put me in here. They knew what was going on, and they decided it was okay, the risk. To this very day, no one has explained to me what happened in May 2016. No one has acknowledged it. No one's addressed it. No one has talked to me about anything. No one has told me why I'm here. No one has told me what our court order is. I haven't appeared before a judge. I've just been dumped here to survive against these things, this species that's not indigenous to the planet. I have been thrown in to try to survive against. This is the most violent, reprehensible crime against humanity that's ever been unleashed on the public, ever in world history. No one has done this manic, wild threat to one human soul by throwing him in with a species that's not indigenous to the planet. Every other life form has fled this species. All humans have fled this species, but these goddamn fucking cunts, the 4 of which I named, threw me in, and Justin Trudeau said it was okay to do it. He's aware of everything.